Well, he's no stranger to the town. He's certainly no stranger to the football program. Juan Roman, 12 years associated with the program. First year as a head coach, Juan. And I got to ask you, in your 12 or 13 years here, how long have you wanted this job?
I never wanted to be the head coach here. It never was the plan. Basically, when this situation arose, I saw that there was an opening, and I felt it was important to apply now because I think I want to be the bridge. We have great former players. We have legends. Tommy Major, Kent Reyes, 2 All-Americans here at New London, went on to play football afterwards. And then we have great young guys coming up. We have Javon Elmore. We have Paul Craig, Logan Smith. We have all these guys coming, Josh Clement. We have Earl Wilson. We have great young guys who are coming up and want to get into coaching. Logan wants to be a teacher. I think we have some other guys in the wings who want to come up and be teachers and work and help out. So I felt, okay, I know I can work with the older guys and bring the younger guys in and be that bridge to kind of keep it in the family.
Now that you've got the job, what does it mean about, what does WhalePride mean to you in the community?
Well, it's funny because I think when you're in something, you don't always realize it. And then when you go away for a little bit, like I went off to college, went off to grad school, and then all of a sudden you see yourself checking the paper. You see yourself wanting to know how your team is doing. And, even my son, who's in college now, he takes a picture with all his roommates and he's flashing NL. And I'm like, here's a kid flashing NL. You're in college and you're still thinking about this town. So, that's what WhalePride is. It's something that you don't always understand when you're in the midst of it because you grew up in it. But then when you go away and you see other towns, other people do things and maybe not be into it as much. The song Bingo, there's not a person I know from New London that when you hear bingo, I don't care where you are, you're like, bingo, it means something.
Right.
And those are things that are important. So that's what I guess the WhalePride thing is. That's why I call it a family and not a football program because, programs mean you keep churning, the cogs keep turning, and when you're done, see you later, give us the next guy. But as I said, even the guys who are helping us out now, I've been in touch with them for 11 years. I just wasn't head coach. I've been texting them and following their careers in college. And, Paul Craig, a 2-time captain at Nichols, Javon Elmore, an All-American at Central. You have Logan, a 5-year player, ended up starting, getting his degree and his master's already, Just guys doing great things, and people need to know more about that,
The team this year, good numbers, good off-season in the weight room. What's the feel around campus, around the school this year with the New London football team?
Well, we had great off-season for some guys. I'm not going to sit here and blow smoke. This is about being honest with the players and being honest with, myself. We could have better numbers in the weight room. And I think that's important, and I think, some of our guys are seeing that. Some of the guys that are out here now, they're seeing, I'm trying to go hard and it hurts a little bit, or I'm pulling something. But the guys who worked out, we had a few guys train with Timmy Uhas, who is a tremendous trainer. That's what he does. One thing I see a lot of high school coaches doing is thinking, I'm a high school coach, so I know everything. No, I don't know everything. And to have Tim Uhas train guys, Trent Thompson, my son Mage, Melquan Gomez, those 3 guys went there, it just changed them. Phenomenal training. And then we obviously trained here in the summer as well. But, everybody can't afford to go to somewhere like Uhas. But for the guys who could, it was really a blessing for them. And then the other guys, we had 8 weeks in the summer where we got after it. But even Timmy Allen was training the guys during the school year. And that was important, too. So it gave a nice groundwork for some guys.
All right, when you talk about leadership, too, on and off the field, is that something that these players they have inside of them, or is this something the coaching staff brings out? Who will be some of your leaders? Are they freshmen, sophomores, seniors? Do they grow into that role, or do you bring that out of them?
Well, it's funny. I know that in today's age of coaching, there's a lot of leadership classes, and I have a friend who teaches it at Purdue. And, I personally think, yes, you can help people understand leadership, but leaders are leaders. You know who they are. You can smell them. When they come in the room, they're the guy that's different. And that's just how I see leadership. And it doesn't have to be necessarily the guy who's quote-unquote the captain, but it's always nice when the captain is a leader too. But, I can give you an example. Jacob Commander is a great leader. He's a sophomore. He works his tail off. He never, ever wants to take a play off. That's a great leader. But we have captains who are great leaders. Efron Santiago, that kid, he's the Energizer Bunny. He never stops.
Right.
And that's great stuff there. And we got to get that where it's contagious. Where it's contagious, where, okay, I see this guy doing this, and I'm going to do it too. And I think that's a big thing that we're still trying to achieve. That's our team goal this year. The phrase that I came up with, it was on our shirt, was homothumadon. That's Greek, and it means one accord.
Gotcha.
If we can have a unanimous mindset, that unity is going to allow us to do great things.
If you could fast forward to, say, week 5, week 6 of the season, and if an opposing team or an opposing coach could say one thing about New London football, what would you want that to be?
They're back. I think that's it. New London football, it was here a long time before I was. And I know that there was a time when you play in New London, you were like, oh, yeah. And last year we had a down year, but I want people to be like, same old New London. They're back and they're ready to go.
So high expectations is what you're saying.
Always. I mean, if we didn't have high expectations, why are we doing this? I'm retired. I could just go for a walk every day on Pequot Avenue listening to music if I didn't have high expectations.
So games on Friday nights, practice on Saturdays, and a ride down 95 to see Hunter play college football at Yale.
That's the plan. Yeah, it's a great situation. Did it last year and looking forward to doing it again this year, and hoping that he's going to be, and he contributed on special teams last year in some pass rush situations, but I think he's going to be really in the mix more on the field a lot more, and we're excited about that.
Well, they're back. They're the New London Whalers, and Coach, listen, good luck to you, and we'll see you down the road this year.
Appreciate it. Thanks for coming.